Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to my LP run for the game Mega Man 1 on the NES. In today's part, we are going through the second stage of Dr. Wily's castle, and this intro part is actually really fun because you get to pull out the fireman weapon and absolutely trash those helicopter guys. It's such an underrated weapon in my book, but unfortunately you don't really get it until late in the game. So we're going to be taking on the revisits now of all the Robot Masters. You'll only fight two of them here in this second stage, and you can't control the order in this game. Of course, the first boss we took out was Cutman. Cutman is, pretty simple. Just try to avoid his rolling cutter as best you can. And then the Elect Beam is going to be really useful for this second half of the stage. It's just going to trash pretty much everything, which is cool. This is also an interesting looking level. I'm not entirely sure what we're supposed to be in. It looks like some kind of fortress with spikes on it and stuff. And now we have a revisit fight with Elect Man, which is actually very easy because there's no blocks in the way. And again, he goes down really fast to the rolling cutter. But just make sure you don't get hit because he will take a lot of health off. And I don't remember if I mentioned this in my previous parts of this LP, but there was a TV show on in the 90s, and actually a cartoon of Mega Man. And I remember watching that show when I was a kid, and I remember really enjoying it. I probably was about maybe 4 or 5, I think, years old. I was pretty young when it was on. I don't remember exactly when it was on, but I definitely remember coming home from school to watch it. And I had the action figures. I had a Guts Man. I had a Cut Man, a Bomb Man. I had Mega Man. I had Rush, and I think I had a Proto Man, but I don't remember. I might not have actually. But anyway, one story that I did want to tell you guys is that when I was a little kid, I used to hate doing math, and my mom would do this bribe for me where she would tell me every time I completed, so many of these math sticks, I could get a toy, and I would always pick the Mega Man ones, and so that always incentivized me to want to do those math sticks so I could get Mega Man toy. So it's pretty cool, and playing this game, of course, always reminds me of that. Now we're going to be facing off with the second boss of the Wily Castles. I like the background there. It's almost like a Rubik's Cube. It's pretty cool. And this is just basically a clone of yourself. This clone is pretty hard to kill. Of course, if you use the pause trick, it's no big deal really, but I do find him to be kind of hard. If he jumps away from you, it's much easier, but if he kind of runs in towards you, it's really hard to beat him. Of course, your lightning will knock him back, or whatever move you use will usually knock him back a bit, but if he just chooses to run into you, he's a very tough boss, so don't have a lot of advice for how to beat him. Just try to stay away, I guess, as much as possible. And when he jumps, try to hit him with the Elect Beam. Alright guys, so that does it for part 4 of our LP run of this game, and in the next part we will be taking on the third level in the Dr. Wily Fortress. I want to thank you guys so much for watching my LP run of Mega Man 1 for the NES, and I will see you next time. This is Josh Dragon, signing out.